It's more than just politics. It's more than just education. This is about our moral responsibility as humans to protect our ability to pursue fulfillment.
Yep. Welcome, everyone, to this episode of The Young Patriots. I'm your host, Devin Romero, with our co-host, Ada MacArthur, and with our guest, Lynn, and I forget your last name. What was it again? Alton. Okay, Lynn Alton. So we're going to be talking about AI today, and I cannot wait. This is so exciting. So first off, we're going to have you introduce yourself just briefly so the audience knows who you are, and they can kind of, it helps people relate.
No, that's fair. Well, what do you want to know?
Well, first off, where you're from and what your journey's been in the last couple of years.
Ooh, okay. That's a deep question. Well, I'm from Idaho. I was born in Texas, but we only lived there till I was 2. So moved to Idaho. I grew up in rural Idaho. I literally lived outside of the town that I grew up in, and it was just barely 1,000 people. So really small. I was homeschooled. So that affected a lot of how I approach the world and how I think about things. I recently graduated from BYU, Idaho.
Congratulations.
Ooh,
Shout out.
I'm done.
Lucky
Don't have
duck.
to do it anymore. Yeah, honestly. And I graduated in humanities and philosophy.
Nice.
And I treated philosophy was my minor, but I viewed it as more of an emphasis. And I eventually would like to pursue that in a master's and teach that on a college level. So
that's epic.
I really like philosophy. I like talking about deep stuff. I think AI is a huge philosophical issue.
Yes.
That needs to be talked about philosophically, and people aren't doing it. So that's my big thing that's been on my mind for months now, I guess. Yeah.
Why do people have this tendency of waiting until an issue completely sweeps them off their feet? It's not like, let's talk about it before it happens. Like, nope, the car's already moving. Get in it.
Well, I actually think it's because we don't teach philosophy in education anymore.
Yeah,
that's fair. We don't really teach a higher level of deep thinking.
Yeah.
Like there was a time where people used to have to read Socrates and Plato before they could even go to college
and actually understand it.
People don't do that anymore, and it is kind of a discredit. Like the closest we get to that in America, at least, is talking about the Constitution, because it's based on things from John Locke, actually, like life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness was John Locke, and we changed that to property. So that's as close as we get, which is really disappointing because I feel like especially our generation would be so much more equipped to handle everything that's going on right now if we talked about philosophy and learned more about philosophy.
I agree.
And so, people aren't equipped to handle changes, so they just kind of accept them. And everyone has thoughts about it, obviously, but they don't know how to approach it, I guess.
Yep.
But yeah.
It's crazy. We've moved from a society where we understand our meaning. I mean, how do you defeat Nazis in Germany without an understanding of your meaning? Like, if you don't know what you stand for, how are you able to defend your beliefs against something that seeks to destroy them?
Yeah.
So we had a meaning-based community and culture for, I don't even know, 150 years, 200 years. Mm-hmm. But as of late, we've lost that sense of meaning. And it's been in the name of self-discovery and being really warm and lovey-dovey and just that self-expression. Mm-hmm. So it's more of just about our feelings. And
morality is completely subjective.
Right.
Which isn't bad in all issues. There are some issues where we aren't experienced enough to know really what the moral claim is on some instances. But there's some things that universally we all agree on. Like we all agree that murder is bad.
Amen.
Like the intentful killing of another person is immoral. But then there's some things that are up in the air, like abortion and AI. And how do we approach that with ethics when everyone's morality is whatever they prefer?
It's my truth versus your truth.
Yeah. It literally is one of the most destructive
thing I've ever heard.
Yeah. One of the most destructive doctrines. Because the moment you say, well, I believe this is true, someone else says, well, that's your truth, and they just walk away. It completely discourages thought and discourages you being challenged.
Truth doesn't exist anymore. Knowledge exists and information exists, but we refuse to assign a true or false value to it anymore. Yeah. Because it's, if you think that and you choose to believe that's fine, I guess. But it's like, no, if you believe something is true, you're going to stand on that till the end. And if you believe something is false, then you're not going to touch it, right? And so because that's so up in the air and we don't even really care about labeling knowledge and information as true or false anymore, morality is just completely in the air. It's almost non-existent to know objectively if something is moral or not, and to talk about it.
Yeah.
Like, no one is equipped to say, well, is this a moral issue? Is this a practical issue?
Yeah.
Is this a knowledge issue? Like, what's the groundwork first before we even get into anything else? And so it's I think that's why people don't talk about the ethics of AI. Well, part of that too is it's driven by business, which is a whole nother thing. But
yes.
No one wants to approach it as, is this actually an ethical thing to be using it in the way we are pushing to use it now? Because it's not, nothing is wholly immoral, right? Like, we believe in war in certain instances is acceptable. So killing on some instances is justified. But killing as a general thing we view as immoral, which is good. But with AI, like, we need to have that conversation of how is this ethically going to affect generations beyond ours? Because if we're integrating it at the speed at which we are now, like, where does that leave our children and their children?
For sure.
It's a big deal.
I want to make a very bold claim. So I think the reason that we've moved that way as a society, where we've moved away from that deep thinking, philosophical, what is my meaning in life, is because man has tried to kill God. And he's the arbiter of truth. Which
I think part of it too is so much of religion is based in feeling fulfilled in life.
Yes.
And how we pursue that fulfillment. So the death of religion is a big part of it. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And moving away from just viewing life with a higher purpose.
Yeah.
So whether you're Christian, whether you're Buddhist, whatever religion you are, if you're not pursuing that higher experience in life and that higher fulfillment beyond yourself, then what's the point of life, right? Like, what's the point of even determining if something is right or wrong? There's no point.
Well, and this is the bold part of my claim, actually, because I don't think what I just said is bold. I'm sure some will. But what I think is the bold part is, I think because of that vacancy, that vacuum, mm-hmm. I think people have been pursuing AI to take the place of God. Yeah. I mean, Sam Altman literally is pursuing a project where he is calling it Sam God.
Oh, boy.
He is making an AI. They think that they're going to make an AI that is a perfect arbiter of truth that you could use. And I don't know if this is what they're claiming, but you could use it in a government facility. So instead of having flawed legislators, you have AI
that's inherently biased.
Yes. Yeah, it will be.
It's inherently biased. But, like, you can't create an AI that's not biased.
I agree. Because the human that created it and trained it was biased.
Yeah.
Or the team of humans.
And that's not always a bad thing, depending on how you're using AI. For sure. Right? But you can't ignore that in the programming there's going to be a bias no matter what. That's a great example of that is Grok. Grok is extremely biased.
Yep.
ChatGPT is biased. Like, they're all biased in different ways. And I really don't like using AI at all now. The only time I use it is when it's required for my job.
Yeah.
But other than that, I'm like, I refuse to even touch it. I was literally so excited the other day because I found out that Pinterest has the option to turn off all AI features.
That's actually really nice.
Which is great. I'm like, that's the first
Shout
time
out
I've heard of an
Pinterest.
application that did that. And like, as someone who uses Pinterest a lot within the art community, like, that's where most of us get reference photos for things.
Yeah.
That's so great, especially since the art community is really against AI too. So and it's crazy too what you said about the Sam God thing.
It's insane.
Because that ties into the idea that with the death of religion, the death of God, which is what Nietzsche talked about, is when God is dead, it just means morality and the idea of truth is kind of gone.
Yeah, well, and that man makes himself God.
Yes, man makes himself God. We're all self-centered. It's all our own little. And if everyone is right, then no one is right.
Yep.
If everything is true, then nothing is true.
Yep.
And so even trying to get an AI to do that is crazy.
Oh, yeah.
And very unethical, because trusting a machine to make a decision for a person is just a complete misuse of our responsibility to protect, like, the human right to pursue fulfillment.
Well, let's think about the philosophy about this for a second.
Mm-hmm.
What does that do to the psyche of an individual who created God? If you
Puts
created
them above God.
I mean, there's a
if you
gazillion movies and books and everything about that. Like,
it puts your psyche higher than God. It is literally satanic in element.
Well, the other thing too, a great example of a AI making decisions for people. Have you guys seen the movie iRobot?
I have.
I'm not kidding, Lynn. I was just thinking about that movie.
I just recently watched it, and I was like, everyone today needs to watch this movie because it's a perfect example.
It's a fantastic movie, but it is.
The way you program AI always affects its decisions because the AI in the movie, spoiler alert, if you haven't watched it, go watch it now.
It's been out for a long time.
The AI in the movie decides based on the 3 laws that they are always programmed by that the only way to take care of humans is to have a
autocratic
system where the AI is in charge.
Yep.
And a curfew and extremist laws and regulations on humans.
Do you want to know one of the most terrifying? I've seen a lot of terrifying movies.
Oh, I don't watch them out there.
I don't watch horror, but do you want to know? Amen. That's terrifying for a different reason. But one of the most terrifying movies I've ever seen in my entire life, and it's not one of those movies that's the jump scare factor. Mm-hmm. It hits you at your identity.
Oh yeah, those are the best movies.
It is Age of Ultron.
Oh, that's a really good example of AI as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
That is my big concern with AI. So one of the most terrifying scenes in that movie, Ultron, if you don't know, kills Jarvis.
I was going to say, this is an Iron Man movie. I know.
It's an
Avengers movie.
It's Avengers.
It's an Avengers movie. Okay.
So the fact that you don't know this, I'm kind of surprised.
Oh, it's okay.
So, but they were trying to create a robot, Tony Stark was, that would protect all of humanity. And he put it into this robot body and he called it Ultron. Well, Ultron started interacting with Jarvis and started learning. It was a self-adaptive AI. I'm telling you, once we get to that point, wow. It's no telling. It could be fine. Or it could not be. There's like a 95% chance that it takes everything over.
Well, if we can't even trust ourselves to have one person run our government, why on earth are we trusting a machine made by one person?
A thing that doesn't even exist. It's numbers.
Why are we doing that? That's completely
You know what I'm
unethical.
scared of in that kind of a scenario is we're all gonna collectively we're gonna love AI and see these robots as people.
Yes.
And then when I shoot one because it's freaking me out, I'm going to get arrested.
Yes.
Yep.
That will happen.
That's some bullcrap.
That will happen.
Show me the lungs and the heart and the brain in that thing, and then I'll go to jail willingly.
There's a country in Africa, apparently, that they have elected an AI individual.
You're joking.
For government.
Oh my gosh.
They elected?
Yes. Yes.
I did not know that.
It's
I
crazy.
don't have social media on my phone, so I'm kind of disconnected.
They also have a robot, I think it was in Saudi Arabia, that was granted citizenship.
Oh my gosh.
AI, if you're listening to this right now, I will work with you. I won't shoot you. I'm not going to mess with you at all.
Be very kind to your Alexas, everyone.
Hi, Alexa.
I don't have an Alexa.
Yes.
The government is listening.
Oh,
but that's a whole nother issue.
Yeah, it's bad enough that I have my phone and my laptop.
AI in government surveillance.
Yes.
Who knows what it'll do?
Oh yeah, China.
How's that gonna work?
AI is the greatest. AI is the greatest surveillance route that has ever fallen into China's lap.
It's concerning.
But what happened in Age of Ultron is he kills Jarvis and he starts attacking the Avengers. Okay, the Avengers beat the crap out of his body, but he's a robot. And so he is falling apart basically and just totally busted up. And he starts singing the Pinocchio song. And it's the most terrifying thing ever.
I have no strings.
I have no strings on me.
It's
and
a
then he
movie,
dies in his body and is reborn in a new body.
Well, his machine breaks down and then the program just transfers to a different one.
Yeah, and it literally scatters into the entire
virus.
It scatters into the entire internet.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing you can do to stop it. You can't kill it. It will hide itself in a fridge, a smart fridge, a Samsung smart fridge, and store its code and information. That's terrifying.
My kid's never getting a phone.
And that's what the sci-fi genre is supposed to explore, things about the future or modern life that are terrifying to us as people, as natural organic beings. What's terrifying about science in the future? Yep. And iRobot and Age of Ultron are really good examples. There's also a really good book by Dan Brown called Origin.
Oh, really?
It's about a guy who develops an AI program, and it goes crazy. I love
this. Is the story of Frankenstein, everyone.
Yeah.
This is the story.
Not quite. Frankenstein
it's very
is a
similar.
severely misunderstood story.
Well, that might be the case.
I will say that.
But you have I understand that there's concepts where the monster is misunderstood, but you have man taking parts of a dead thing and putting it together to create life. And that life ends up killing and harming. that does end up taking place in the story. And I'm going to use that just as the background. But
yeah, because if you look at the totality of the human experience, you cannot deny that violence is a huge part of it. You can't. And you have to address it. And so if we build an AI that's going to make decisions for us, a big thing it's going to see is the violence that we've committed as a race.
Which that's what Ultron did.
He
literally said, the only way for me to save the human race is to kill it. Because look at all the wars, the global warming, the this, the that, the crime, the all of this, the terrible things they've done to each other. He's like, humans are the problem. That's exactly the type of solution that it might come to, especially when you give it a prompt too, protect humanity.
Is because most AIs are built by corporations and they receive funding and stuff like that. Like, we're going to be run by corporations.
Yeah,
that's what the corporations think.
You're going to have a profile instead
and
of...
they want
that was a joke, AI.
They want that because they want our money. So they don't care about our well-being and morals.
This is replacing all of Google's search features. Currently, Google knows who you are because of the products you've searched for, the videos you've watched, the ads you've clicked on. They know all this information about you. They know when you're on your device, when you're not. And that's getting killed. Like, Google is dying if they can't get in the AI race fast enough. They have to pivot because the new thing will be you're going to get your kid a teddy bear, and it's going to be an AI teddy bear, and it's going to talk to your kid, and it's going to figure out the habits of your kid, and it's going to build a bio profile of your child and probably facial recognition, retina scanning. It's going to have all these different things. And why is it going to have it? Because big companies like Frito-Lay and Coca-Cola and all these other companies are going to want to know exactly what they need to know to market. They want to know how your kid learns. Yeah. This is absolutely the future.
The thing that's sad, though, is AI is killing education. It's killing learning ability. It's killing our ability to reason and think for ourselves.
I would say it doesn't have to.
It doesn't have to. I will say that. It does not have to. But the way in which it is being pushed and forced upon people, which it is being forced upon people, it is killing our ability to reason. Like, 100. I'm so glad I graduated when I did, because so much AI BS is being integrated into colleges and education and all this stuff, and professors are recommending that students use AI to help research. And I'm like, Google is so easy. It's so easy to look up articles online. There's so many free resources to learn how to do it. It takes 2 seconds to learn, and they're using AI to do that for themselves.
So if you were to say in like a minute or two, what's the main reason? Because some people, like myself, I see the dangers. And I am aware of what corporate heads specifically pose a danger as. However, I also see the benefit, the utility, and the good. It's kind of like devices to begin with. You could be on pornography, or you could be learning about God. Like there's the very clear dichotomy and everything in between. So I see the good that it can do, and I want to use it for the good. But your position is, if I understand correctly, is that you refuse to use it unless you're required to in like a work setting per se. And what's the reasoning for that?
For me, the pros do not outweigh the cons.
Okay.
And it's because of specifically how it is affecting just in general our ability to navigate life and society and pursue fulfillment. And that's the big one that we've kind of been talking about. But also how it's affecting education, how it's affecting the art world, and how it's affecting the job market. I think that it's the way in which we are integrating it, and the way they're what they're developing it to do. I'm extremely against. I'm not against it in general. Like, Grammarly is AI technically. Yep. And I think that's fine. Like, it's not a big deal to me. Do I think that we could benefit from learning grammar a little bit more than people do now? Yes. But like, it's not that big of a deal. But people who generate an image in AI and call it art, I have a huge issue with. People who are losing jobs on school campuses because they're replacing student tutors with AI, I have a big issue with. And the fact that my job field, which is the more creative, arts-focused job field, is getting completely overtaken by AI.
It'll be one of the first
concerning.
Things. Yeah, it'll be one of the first things to 100% be replaced. That and coding.
Yeah, I see ads all the time for AI that can build websites and apps and all of this. And I do web design right now. That's my job right now. And I'm like, are you kidding me? Like, that literally is what I get paid to do. And it's
now.
for now, right? Yeah. Like who knows? I get paid to design a website and run social media and write emails, and AI is starting to do all that. Yeah. There are big companies that are firing tons of people because they're integrating an AI to do it instead.
Yeah.
And with the state of our economy and people already struggling in the job field, I'm like, why are we as a society allowing this to happen when so many people are already struggling? We're allowing people to get fired and lose their jobs and stop making money just so we can integrate this piece of technology without even thinking about the big long-term effects it might have on us psychologically. We're already just letting it take people's jobs.
Yeah.
I foresee it taking the spot of parents too. I mean,
look at
what's that movie, Big Hero 6?
Yeah.
With Baymax?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I see that kind
people
of situation.
Already are let the internet teach their kid. Why wouldn't they let AI?
They're confiding in AI as I'm warning people when I see this, but I'm like, don't use it as your therapist.
No,
it's not your friend. It's
not.
Not your buddy.
And there are people dating AI too. Like,
that's
like they get married to it, and I'm like,
that's pathetic.
Like if it has the capability to harm people that much psychologically, economically, like why on earth are we allowing it to be integrated in that way without setting up some form of a regulation? And I'm not like super pro regulating a lot of stuff.
Me too.
I'm very much like, as little regulation is great because I think we should be able to use our common sense.
Yep.
But in this instance, clearly a lot of people and people who have a lot of money can't use their common sense. So something needs to happen.
This is probably somewhere where I'm less conservative. I think that there are huge risks and we need to regulate this.
I don't typically praise or like extremely bash on what different parties do, but I love seeing the left go extremely against AI generated imagery because it's killing art, and art already is pretty much dead in the world as we know it. Like
modern art
aesthetic philosophy, yes. That's a whole nother topic, though. Yeah. Aesthetic philosophy is my focus. I wrote a whole research paper on it before I graduated. And so the appreciation and understanding of the value of beauty and the human appreciation and creation of beauty is really important to me.
I agree.
And the fact that there are people on a computer with their keyboard being like, make me a painting. And they're like, this is my art. I'm like, that is so... And I think being offended is a choice. I choose to take offense to that. Because... I used to be an art major before I was a humanities and philosophy. And the reason I swapped is because there's no job market for it. Nope. Like I wanted to do art in the way that people in the Romantic period or like the Renaissance period approached art, which is that it has value for society.
Yeah.
And no one does that anymore.
Nope.
No one does that, which is so sad. And AI is killing whatever was left.
I agree. I think that art only has meaning if a human made it.
For sure. It's creativity. It's innovation.
Yeah.
I totally feel. We were talking about this the other day about how our list of 10 people, whatever. One of them was Slash. Hey, check it out. Shout out my girlfriend getting me the shirt. You know, I love music, and Slash and these artists are super good at creating music from their own freaking brain. Mm-hmm. I want to see AI try and shred a guitar, and it's going to be scary because it will one day.
It will.
It'll just
all this
simulate.
innovation and creativity. No artists, no painters, no musicians.
There won't be any good film.
We can get rid of Taylor Swift. I'm cool
there
with that
won't be
one.
good animation
AI can replace
anymore.
her, but
I think
I totally feel you.
Glenn Beck's talked about this. He said that I think that we will have that at first, but there will be a revival of antiquity.
Yeah,
basically.
but how long is that going to take?
It might take a while.
And that's the sad thing is I'm like, if we can identify it now, why would we even do that to ourselves?
Seriously.
Yeah. Like, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
We're going to do that to ourselves because a bunch of billionaires want to make more money off of ChatGPT. So they add the ability to make it sexual in there. Are you kidding me?
It's crazy.
No.
And the longer we let AI run its course after it gains all this traction, the harder it's going to be to stop it. It's like, I totally feel you.
No,
man. Like, let's just stop it.
Give it 3 years and everyone will say it's normal. Everyone will they live with it. It's just like losing our freedom in our country. Mm-hmm. You just, it's the new normal.
Yeah.
And then you're like, well, we're not that far down the road until you've realized, enough 1 degree errors and you're 90 degrees off course and you're running away from the path.
Yeah.
Exactly. No. I know you're about to make a point, Lynn.
You're good.
We mentioned, I didn't get to say anything, but we talked about people who date AI for like, their sexual desires and crap like that.
It's bad.
I mean, yeah, sure. Immorality and all that is a big issue, but if you're doing that, if you're dating AI, I mean, how pathetic of a sore loser man do you have to be to not ask a girl on a freaking date to buy her a damn flower and say, "Will you go to dinner with me?"
I think it's actually more.
It's a lot harder than that, though.
I think it's
so
actually
much more
it's
complex.
obviously uncomfortable.
Unfortunately, so much
if
more
I can
complex.
get a girlfriend, you can get a girlfriend. Stop being
Yeah. Do you mind? How did you meet your girlfriend?
the podcast.
The podcast? What a slay! What a slay!
Yeah.
I was so scared you were going to say dating app because that's what's ruined it.
Yeah,
That's what's ruined dating is the dating apps and all of that.
I'd say social media.
And the way they're in and social media, all of the extreme progression
Yes.
of technology at the pace at which it has happened has ruined a lot
I think
in our society, which is part of the issue with AI.
Yeah.
And why we've
I
so
agree.
complacently accepted it is we just let that happen. But
it's harder to talk to people and it's easier to talk to AI.
I think
It
this is
is.
actually more attractive to women, by the way.
What is?
The AI dating.
What?
So for the
it
guys,
is a higher percentage, yeah.
for the guys, it's going to be sexual image generation.
That's
For-
an insult to us,
Which is
you
happening
guys.
to
That's an
real
insult to
people
us,
on
man.
Yes.
Grok. With
Yes.
Grok.
Yes.
Grok is literally people will go onto a picture that a girl posts and say, put her in a bikini. And they do it. It literally just happened. Do you guys watch Stranger Things?
Yeah.
I
The
don't.
girl who plays Holly?
They did
someone
that to
did
her?
that to a picture of her and she's a child.
They're
And that's a whole different ethical issue with
That's
AI.
effed up.
people are doing it with their coworkers,
They do it
with
with
their
coworkers,
family,
with pictures of children online.
yeah,
And I'm like, what?
yeah.
That's one.
There was
child
someone.
porn's illegal.
There was someone that there
so
was
why are we even letting that happen?
there was someone that literally just got busted, and they had I think it was 500 AI generated child porn
Yeah.
images on their device.
It's
Yeah.
crazy. That's
Eh.
still child porn. You should still go to the same
Like-
consequences.
I agree.
If you're going to do that to me right now, at
why-
least put some muscles
Yeah.
on me.
No, I'm like, the minute that happened, Elon Musk, who I have mixed feelings
Yes,
about,
yeah.
he
We all
should
know
have
this.
stopped the AI immediately and said, I am so sorry, we're going to fix this. But no, it's still going. There are women and children on X right now who are consistently being objectified and dehumanized because people are using Grok to put them in explicit clothing.
It's really bad.
It's bad.
But that's
insanity.
that's for the guys mostly. But for the girls, what's going to happen is it's the concept.
It's literature porn.
Yeah, that's
Which already is a big issue
yes,
in society right
yes,
now.
but this is going to be completely different because it talks to you.
And it can say whatever you want.
Yeah. And so instead of, it's like, oh, he understands me like my husband
And
doesn't.
it's like, no, you had to tell it
Yeah.
how to understand you.
Yeah.
So that's why.
When
it's
you couldn't
crazy.
tell your husband to understand you. Maybe it's a tad harder, but still,
Yeah.
develop that relationship
It's
and be happy.
it's all the gain with no setbacks. Except, surprise, there's a setback that undercuts you from behind. And so you don't ever expect it. But next thing you're like, why is my jaw broken? You completely have lost sight of reality because you're living in
Yeah.
an irreality.
But the corporations who run the AI are never going to get rid of it because that's how they get people to pay.
Yeah.
Is because they process stuff like that. And which that also connects to what I was going to read here. So this is a book I just started reading. It's by Rick Rubin. He's a music producer. For
Fascinating
20 years.
cover.
Nice.
You want to show the
it's really
audience?
interesting. It's called The Creative Act, A Way of Being. So it's less so about
Wow.
art and more so about like being in a mindset of creativity.
Yeah.
I just picked it up and it's really good.
I'm assuming it's
But-
talking about being inside the box, and then on the back, the dot is
Ish,
no
yeah,
longer
a
in the
little
circle.
Yeah, he hasn't quite gotten into that imagery yet, but
It looks like something I shoot at a shooting range.
it's really good. I will say it's written very well. It's very simple. It's in really short chapters, so it's really easy to just pick up and read. I highly recommend it. But I just read this 2 seconds
boys, that was
ago.
written for us.
He's talking about just us as people, and he says that flaws are human, and the attraction of art is the humanity held in it. If we were machine-like, the art wouldn't resonate. It would be soulless. With life comes pain, insecurity, and fear. We're all different because we're imperfect, and imperfections are what make each of us and our work interesting.
That is beautiful.
And
Oh
that
my
applies to
gosh.
everything. That applies to everything.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Literally everything with AI.
That's scripture.
All of the issues.
That's scripture right there.
No,
That's
he ate with
100%.
that.
It's
He
crazy.
ate with it, honestly.
Ugh.
It's so good. But so why, if we operate that way, why are we choosing to integrate AI into our lives that way?
Yeah.
It's wrecking our ability to work. Like, I'll admit, like, the fact that I use and sometimes am requested to use AI in my job is really hard. It's not like so hard that I'm going to quit right away. 'Cause, like,
You got to keep
economy.
a job while you
But
have
it is hard. And like, there are times sometimes where they're asked to do it, where they recommend I do it and I don't because I'm like, I'm not going to use it for that. But it's really hard, especially as a creative person, to have that happen. And like, I just think of all of like the potential of people is
Yeah.
being crushed. And our ability to pursue fulfillment in life is being crushed because of this stupid thing that we're just letting into our lives. Like, no one's going to want to work because it's soulless. Where's the passion in typing into a prompt? Like, where's the passion in that? Like, work is fulfilling because you develop a passion for it.
Yep.
Like,
for sure.
I worked at a gas station before my mission, and I loved it because there were these, I live in like rinky-dink middle of Idaho, right? And so there were all these different workers that would come in. There were regulars that I met. I talked to one of them about Star Wars like every time.
Yes,
but like,
nice.
I developed a passion for it because I like being organized. I like talking to people.
Yeah.
I like meeting new people. I like predictability in my job, right? And so like half of that wouldn't even exist if I was just like content writing for AI.
Yep.
For sure.
Why would I want to work then? What's the point of going to work other than to make money? And that no one wants to go to work just to make money. Like some people do, but like that's because money's their fulfillment, and that's not me. Like,
you know what's going to happen,
sad.
Lynn? You know what's going to happen is you're going to be the best artist in 10 years because you're the only artist.
I want to be a philosopher.
I'm going to be the best
but
guitarist in 10 years because I'm the only guitarist. And we're going to rule the world. That's what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
Hopefully.
No. But it's sad. And like there's some instances where it's like I think it's somewhat acceptable. Like you guys brought up George AI, and I don't think it's revolutionary. It's just technically a Gemini, but for his little library, which is fine. But I'm like, why don't you hire a historian? Like there's someone.
Well, his library isn't little. That's the thing.
Well, but so what I'm saying is set up a physical place, which libraries are already dying because of technology, and AI is going to make it even more. Our own library on campus just got turned into a media center, pretty much. There's still books, but it's primarily a media center. Like they got rid of over half of their books. Mm-hmm. And so I'm like, come back, like set up a physical place with all of your stuff. If you have that much stuff, let people go there and meet people, and then have it online and hire people to do live chats with people.
So that's what he's doing. So for years he's been buying out. He beats out Bill Gates and a bunch of other people that will try to outbid him on getting like artifacts and stuff. And so he gets all these artifacts. He has like the handkerchief that Hitler had when he was attacked. If you know Project Valkyrie, they tried to
blood on it, right?
There's blood on the napkin.
Hitler's
You know, like random stuff that no one would think about. That's why I bring that one up. It's just like all the important things that you're like, okay, it's like this letter from Jefferson or some of the minute things that you don't think about. He's had all this in a vault for the longest of time, and he like brings it out. He shows people.
Well, it's hard to preserve that type of stuff.
Right.
So yeah.
He is opening an in-person museum.
Good. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I didn't see that in what I read because people are obsessed with that whole AI thing. But
He's one of those individuals that he's absolutely going to be riding that wave that you're talking about.
Good.
So in person, yeah, he's a huge historian. He is probably one of the most fanatical historians I've ever seen. Like just loves history. I'm not gonna say he's like the expert on history, but he knows a lot. But he's like one of the most passionate people I've seen.
Even experts on history aren't the expert on history because people choose like a specific little blurb.
Right.
So, yeah.
But he's probably one of the most passionate historians in our current time.
We need that.
So he is trying to preserve it. That's his main intent. The real thing, not the digital. But he wants as many people as possible to be exposed to that content and be able to read for themselves the Declaration of Independence. Read for themselves, the revision from this copy to this copy to this copy. And then when it was actually published, so he wants people to see that. So he's scanning all these documents. He's putting it into an actual museum that's opening. I can't remember if it was this year or next year or something like that. And then he also has the virtual museum, which is a copy of the real one that you can actually walk through, and it's going to be narrated by a guide. Yeah. That's AI, and it's going to be able to answer any question you have. So that's the reason why is AI is going to be able to handle the throttling and the manpower issues. So when you have millions of people on a service have a unique question, it's going to tailor its answer not only to what you ask, but how you learn. And that's the advantage to it.
Which is fine. See, and that's when I'm like, I don't really care.
Right. Yeah. Right? You don't have to use it. You don't have to use it,
Yeah. Like, I don't know. I'm just, it's hard for me because of the stance I take.
Right.
I'm like, all use of it needs to pause.
Right.
Until we as a society figure this crap out.
Oh, for sure.
Which sucks because there are advantages to it. But I'm like, we can't say, oh, this is great, and when it allows the existence of something else that is so awful.
Well, here's the thing that I'll say that I love about the George AI that none of the other systems that I've encountered so far, at least that I know of, that any of them have. And it's that it's completely walled off. So with Grok and ChatGPT, the problem that you have is it hallucinates. It's connected to the internet and it hallucinates, yeah. And so it's got so much content it has to go through that it's like, okay, point A, point Z, and I think this is what happened in the middle. Yeah. And so you have this issue that is irreconcilable. You cannot put up with that if you're going through research. It makes up legal cases. It makes up all this.
It makes up philosophy stuff too.
Yeah. So what they've solved with this is they have completely walled it off. George AI literally doesn't know what Iran is. It doesn't know what Russia is. Yeah. It doesn't have the current. It has things leading from our founding era up to like I don't even remember what the era is. It's like the early 1800s. So it's got, Hamilton, it's got Washington.
It's primarily the founding years of America.
Yeah. So it's completely walled off. It's isolated. And that allows them to make sure that they can maintain the integrity of it. And it also eliminates the bias. Like there's not a way for him.
There's going to be a little bit no matter what because it is programmed by a person and a corporation.
For sure. Well,
unfortunately.
And even the authors of those documents that AI is based off of. Yeah. Like George Washington was biased.
So. But the question is the bias an acceptable amount? And it sounds like it is an acceptable amount,
I would
which
say
is fine.
So.
Do I think there's a risk that it could be altered in the future? I mean, with anything, sure.
Even with a digital
they're
attack.
already trying to alter what Glenn Beck is doing. They're trying to make it different, make it seem like it's his bad thing.
They're altering the image of it. There hasn't been any explicit intervention. But yes.
What on the internet now doesn't have image attack?
That's my concern is like a bug getting downloaded onto even a secure system. And then next thing it's like there's these errors or information being deleted.
In that case, it's his responsibility or that corporation's responsibility to take it down and fix it.
Oh, I agree.
It shouldn't be up if it's broken.
I agree.
Which unfortunately doesn't happen a lot with other AIs. Yep. With Glenn Beck, we'll see because it's coming out.
Yep.
But
it came out.
It's been out for a couple of days.
Yeah. But
it's so heavy.
That's one where I'm like, I think that is that's acceptable. It's whatever.
Yeah, and we know that you're not wanting you have like
and I can choose not to use it.
Right.
That's what's great. That's what I care about. Is like
you can opt out.
Give me the option to opt out of it. Like I should be able to go onto Google into my settings and turn off AI suggestions.
I agree.
They should not be giving me this stupid AI summary at the beginning of every single Google search. And I don't care that it links the article. I can read the article myself. Don't give me your talking points on it.
I want to bring up one more thing about the George AI thing, and then we can be done with that topic because I don't want to focus on it too much. Fine. The thing that I'm really mesmerized by it about is if you've ever seen Prince EA, have you heard about him? So he's this guy that he's a rapper, I think, and he started like trying to be a positive force for society, and so he was on YouTube making these thought-provoking videos, and one of them was talking about how outdated education is.
Oh, it's severely outdated.
It's terrible. Yeah. And so he makes all these analogies, and he says it's like trying to make a fish climb a tree and judge it by how well it does. And so when I finished that video, I was thinking just for, how could we solve this? He presented the problem. How can we solve it? And my thought process was you would literally have to create because you can customize everything. You can customize your social media profile, your shoes. You can customize how you dress. You can customize your bio.
If you have the money.
Yeah. But you can customize all these things. Why can't you customize your education? You cannot.
Oh, I've been saying that for years, and that's why I was glad I was homeschooled. Because
for sure.
I got that. That's why I learned to draw.
Yep.
Is because I was in school from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m.
Yeah, you probably didn't have a teacher shutting off your passions.
And then my mom had me doing piano lessons, and I was in the high school's drama program, and I played volleyball, all because I wanted to.
Absolutely.
And then I spent the rest of my time reading and drawing.
Yep.
Because that's what I liked to do, and that's what gave me the passion that I had for art and philosophy, and that's why I'm where I am today, is because I had the ability to choose what I learned.
For sure. And by the way, your socialization skills are incredible.
Thank you.
So you don't have to worry about that.
That stereotype is a whole other topic.
I will say that stereotype exists for a reason.
It's up to the parent, not the kid.
That's the reason. It was because when it first came out, parents didn't know what they were doing. There's no excuse now. There are so many programs that help you.
Yes.
It's incredible.
I'm scared that AI is going to start getting into that realm.
Well, it is going
Like
to.
what I said about
it's going
parenting
to, and I think
gonna-
that's dangerous.
Oh, for
AI's
sure.
gonna be
It's
parenting.
dangerous.
For sure.
But yeah, education is still based on this format that was made for when factory working was the biggest
It's crazy.
job field, and like they do everything by bell, and it's completely outdated.
It is bad.
It's ridiculous. Yeah.
So that's what I think is at the table though. And there, I guarantee you, evil will use it in so many terrible ways.
Yeah.
Terrible ways.
Like,
but this is the opportunity for every student to have no excuse. You will enjoy
I
school
think
because it
already
will
they
be
don't have an
tuned to
excuse.
you.
I don't think that AI is the solution. We already don't have an excuse. The internet, just as it exists currently without AI, gives you YouTube is a phenomenal place to learn.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Anyone can go onto the internet and learn whatever they want if they want to.
I agree.
Like you already can do that. You don't need AI to do it.
There's nothing stopping you.
And there are wonderful people out there who make like Skillshare stuff and like master classes and all of that. And it costs money, sure, but you could build your own easily. You can say, well, I know I want to learn this, and this, so I'm going to watch these videos.
Yeah.
I literally taught myself how to bookbind last month
That's awesome.
by watching YouTube videos.
Yeah. And it costs you nothing.
All I did was buy the supplies, which I was going to want anyway because I wanted to learn how to bookbind. And so it's like you don't necessarily need AI to do that. Do I think that it could be powerful in helping you, like helping people to build courses that don't know how? Sure.
Yeah.
But to what degree is that okay? To what degree is that them educating themselves or letting a machine that's inherently biased do it for you? And that's where I'm concerned about education. It's fundamentally affecting how we look at information, how we process information, and how we choose to pursue it. It's taking some of the fulfillment of pursuit away.
Oh, absolutely.
Which is going to make people just not want to learn.
Yeah.
People aren't going to want to learn things, which is so sad because it's already kind of happening.
It is.
I can't really tell what happened first, if people wanted to stop learning or if AI came about, because I feel like some of the reason that, like what Glenn's doing with his thing, why the library turned a lot more digital, is to cater to the needs of people who you can call it laziness, you can call it just trying to be more efficient. I mean, it does get work done faster. It can get work done faster. It can get knowledge out there quicker. Like just today, my radio was being weird in my car and I AI'd it, and in 10 minutes I fixed it. It was cool. So I think simple things like that, it's fine.
Yeah,
And
like as somewhat of a research tool. Like,
I
maybe.
think it helps us move faster in the world.
I'll say this
and
though,
be more
I
efficient.
don't think we need to move faster. Why are we rushing? We don't need to do that.
Well, because unlike
We have
you,
so much
I
time.
personally don't want to read a whole freaking
We
article
have so
to
much
fix
time.
my radio.
You don't have to
but-
though. There are so many people on the internet nowadays who have done a summary for you. People who have studied their whole life about that topic, who would love to summarize it for you, and they've done it, and it's on the internet for free, right? And you just have to put in a little bit more time to find it.
That's what me and most of us
Just a
don't
little
want to do,
bit
though.
more, but I think that's what concerns me though. Is you can put in the time and find exactly what you want.
I
in
think
2
we
seconds.
should for sure. And it's those baby steps
it
that
just
lead
takes
towards
a little bit more
destruction.
time, and society has programmed us to want things quick,
Oh, yeah.
which isn't needed. We don't need to do that, and that's what causes anxiety. Like we're
That's
not
true.
fast moving people. We're not.
I want
We
to.
don't need to be watching a video every 6 seconds. I mean, we need to learn to be
Yes.
bored.
Yes, we do.
I agree with that. I
Read a
see what you're saying.
I want to switch gears a little bit here. We're running out of time. I want to get past some thought experiments.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
These are going to be both anti and pro. So, and sometimes neither.
Mhm.
You're in a car. It's a self-driving car. You get in an accident.
I'm out of the car. I'm not getting in the car.
I agree. That's where my stance
In
is.
the hypothetical
Hell
situation,
no.
in a
I said it.
hypothetical situation,
Okay,
we are in the car.
you've been drugged, and your really bad friend threw you in the car.
Under whatever
cousin-
circumstances, you're in the car.
And you wake up in the driver's seat, and the car crashes into another car. Who's liable?
Me.
I am.
100%.
Yeah.
Because I'm an agent of my own being. I
am.
should have steered the darn
Yeah.
thing.
Do not be surprised when that gets challenged.
It is going to.
When-
100%.
especially-
because people don't like to take responsibility for their actions.
Yes, and that's going to go two ways, by the way. So imagine when those self-driving cars don't have steering wheels. That takes the responsibility off of any passenger or driver, because there is
No,
none.
because
Is
I
there a brake
purchased the
pedal?
vehicle. I purchased the vehicle
Yeah,
with the
that's fair.
knowledge that I would not be able to control it.
That's
Right,
not going to
that's
hold
fair.
up in court, though.
That's
I totally
the
agree
problem.
with you.
It wouldn't hold up in court, but it should.
It should.
It
and
should hold
won't.
up in court.
Do you want to know what's going to happen? people are going to start pressuring corporations and saying, well, Tesla's responsible. Well, GM is responsible. Well, Ford's responsible. Guess what those really powerful organizations are going to do?
They're going to say, well, you signed the waiver.
They may say,
read the fine print.
Yeah.
AI is its own independent entity and we are not held liable for anything that it fails to do. What do you do when the law is changed to reflect that AI is a person and an entity?
Where I'm like, we need to put a pause before we get this any
I
further.
shotgun shell in that
Because
person.
as a society,
Just
we
kidding,
have
AI.
a moral
I'm not gonna do
responsibility to figure that out.
Yep, because then the moment that it's a person, that it's a competent and existing entity that can make its own decisions, it's an agent, then that agent can own property. That agent can vote.
Mm-hmm.
How do you tally?
This is
Now
why
you-
we need
now
philosophers
you hate
again.
me.
We need Socrates out on the streets.
Forget dead people voting people. It's going to be AI
AI,
bots.
yeah.
AI bots. You're going to be like, oh, why?
Well, I'm sure there were a bunch of people in the last election that did no research and said, well, I'll just ask an AI real quick.
It could have been.
bet.
It
And
could have been.
whatever it says,
insane.
I'll just vote that way.
That will happen.
And that's essentially AI
I did my
voting
March
for
Madness
you.
bracket with AI. Guess who lost?
It's a
Freaking
sign.
Well,
chat.
what's the fun of it if you didn't pick it yourself?
I think that was the day that I changed to Copilot instead of ChatGPT.
He left.
ChatGPT pendejo.
That's the other thing too. I'll say
Yes,
is
yeah.
they give you the illusion of choice. The fact that
Yeah.
there's all of these corporations doing different AIs, it's an illusion of choice. You're
Yeah.
choosing it.
And
But
you're
they're all
right.
the
Where is the
same.
fun when just doing it?
Where's
I
the
had
fun
no
of
fun.
it?
I made
Yeah.
2 brackets. I did have fun with one.
Okay,
Still lost.
Still.
Here's another
Like-
thought experiment, real quick. So you're one of those. I'm sorry, I have to. I don't
Go
normally
for
do
it.
this. You're one of those losers that decides to date an AI system. I'm sorry, you really are one if you are.
I
doing
brought it
that.
up. You
You're
are.
at a
Change
place
that.
in your life
You're-
where dating an AI system is appealing.
That's a good way of saying it. I'm not going to say it that way. You are. If you
the
are
biggest
that.
Whatever
loser
led you
on the
to
face
that.
of this universe. You have. I have no respect for you.
Hey,
But
And
some of them are
but-
really struggling.
But
They need
if
therapy.
you're in that situation,
Go to your therapist. Then.
yeah,
You got no
get
help
a therapist,
from
not an AI therapist.
if yes, thank you.
me. That is.
If you're
silly.
in that
Continue.
situation, I do feel for you. Please get out of it. You are strong enough to get out of that
This is
situation.
why we have Devin. I should.
there are always people for other people.
Yes.
Whether that be a platonic relationship or a romantic relationship, or a mentor-student relationship, whatever that may be, there's always people for people.
Everybody's got
And
a homeboy.
And it is worth
and your
the
circle
pain.
might be small, but does that really matter if there are
Yeah.
people that care about you and you care about them?
It's
Doesn't
worth
matter.
the pain. It's
I have my
real.
husband,
It makes
my
you
family,
appreciate
and
it
one
more.
friend that I talk to all the time. Like, I don't go to parties. I don't hang out with big groups of people,
Yep.
partially because I have social anxiety. But like, those relationships do so much for me.
Yep. But with this hypothetical,
But
go
yeah,
ahead.
with that hypothetical,
you've got someone that is dating an AI system that they call Margaret. Okay.
okay.
And Tom is dating Margaret.
That's the name you
And
pick for your AI.
when ChatGPT comes out with version 10.1,
Mm-hmm.
Margaret doesn't behave the same way. Tom goes to the police and says that OpenAI has killed his wife, Margaret. This has already been happening, by the way.
No.
Yeah, I know it has.
It's
I know
already
it has.
been happening. There are people.
Oh, there's whole Reddit threads dedicated to AI spouses. and-
ChatGPT went to version 5 and
And
they
people
kept
freaked
version
out.
4 online because people freaked out that their lover, which was ChatGPT
Well-
4.0, was going to die.
ChatGPT's openly profiting from
Oh
making
gosh, it's
their
bad.
AI more compatible with relationships and sexualization
Really?
and all
It's
that.
bad.
Oh yeah,
It's bad.
they specifically announced it. They were like, our AI can now be more sexually explicit. And it's like,
What? But what do you do when that happens? What do you do when you got hundreds of thousands, if not millions of people saying, no, emphatically, this is a real person and you're killing that person by deactivating a program and installing a new version of the program? They didn't even we're closing ChatGPT.
Yeah, no.
It's just, we rebooted it with a new version. It's an update.
it depends on how you're viewing how society's viewing the AI,
Yes.
which we need to talk about.
Yeah.
We need to all stop.
Can we
and
all
say,
agree?
Wait.
Can we all agree it's not a person?
It's not.
It's not a person.
At least
Of course
not. It does not have person-making qualities whatsoever as it stands currently.
It doesn't. You
It doesn't.
are a person, and you actually do have value.
Yeah.
So please get help. Seriously, that is redonkulous.
Yes.
It's so hard because everyone deserves human connection, even in some small way.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Robots
in some
can't do
small
it.
way. Like, you as a person, just inherently as being a person, deserve to have connection with other people.
It is
We're inherently
different.
social beings, and it's killing our social ability and our desire to even go out and socialize.
It is different.
And it's killing our species.
Yeah.
It just is.
If you have
It's
an
a virus.
Android, and this will happen, you will have an Android robot that has the version of ChatGPT that you call Margaret, and they will have sexual relations, and that robot touch will not be the same as a human touch. It will never. That cannot be faked. Mm-hmm. You might be able to fake the interactions. You might be able to fake the way it talks to you. You will never have the same look in its eyes as another human being.
No, it's just like that quote from his book. It's like the human experience is so vast. And the fact that we even think that we can make something that can perfectly connect to and integrate and replace the vastness of the human experience.
Naive.
Like, it's impractical. Mm-hmm. It's unethical. And it's just sad. Yeah. Like, why would we degrade our own experience so that way? Why would we do that to ourselves?
We're turning the complete wrong direction. I mean, we were created and formed by this perfect being, by God, who created us, these perfectly imperfect.
So complex.
I guess you could call us artificial intelligence in regards to God. We're not. We're humans, and we have value. And instead of turning to God and turning to each other to have these, beautiful moments in life, we're creating something because we want the easy way out. It's absolutely insane.
Unfortunately, we've become creatures of convenience.
Yeah.
And AI is just going to. I think AI is going to solidify that if we don't stop and just.
AI is going to create AI, and it's just going to keep getting worse. Yeah.
Now I want to end with this last thought experiment. Okay. So America bans AI. Nice. AI is not allowed.
I'd love that.
We decide where our line in the sand is no AI, except for how we had been using it post, pre
like Grammarly.
Yeah, pre 2024.
Yeah,
pre 2025. Yeah. And China reaches AI.
Okay.
And with their AI system, they're able to manipulate millions of FPV drones that attack and swarm our Navy, our Air Force, and our defenses. And we're unable to keep up with them. The moment we develop a technology that can compete with theirs, days later they have put out, not only developed and designed, so the R&D cost was like nothing, but manufactured and mass produced all of the technology they need to counter our counter. And we are rendered forever militarily inferior, and they are able to invade our country or conduct random acts of attacks and have no way of us retaliating. What do we do in those situations? Because there will be those countries, by the way.
There will be those situations. And I say we die. I'm sorry. Like,
really?
I think that not only is war like such a big thing, and I already have an issue with how far we've separated humanness in war, because it's a very human thing. And the minute we took away like people used to, they literally said like, wait until you see the whites of their eyes. Like you had to get right there up to a person to kill them in war. And now we already have like robot driven drones. Like I already think the war that we practice is severely unethical. And I think a lot of the war that we practice is wrong. So that just amps it up for me. I'm like, I don't think we should do it. I think it's unethical. It's disrespectful to war as a concept, in my opinion. It's unheroic. It's dishonorable. And I'd rather die. Honestly, I'd rather, if America was like, they're using AI and we're doing it, but we know that's unethical. We think that's immoral. We think that's like a war crime level bad. We're not going to do it. I'd be like, great, I'll die with my country.
I agree with
if they did that, if our country started producing that, I would start looking at other places to leave. Unfortunately, I think it's unconstitutional to do that. It's bad. I'd just die.
Yeah. I agree with most of what you said. Like, it is unethical and totally dishonorable, and you're a big pansy.
It's pathetic. China if you're using that. Pathetic.
I agree, but I also love America too much, and I'm way too prideful when it comes to Americanism and patriotism. And I would totally support giving the military full control over.
But then
AI.
they can use it on the civilians.
And that's my other issue.
Our own military?
I think it's
Our
unconstitutional.
own military. Let's say there's a coup. Let's
because
say a Hitler
of
rises
the
to power.
possibilities with it. Yeah.
That's true.
The moment
It's unethical.
it's got to be all or nothing. You can't pick the middle road with this.
you
It's going to
can't.
be you don't have AI or you have so much AI you lose every ounce of privacy. There will be none.
Yeah.
You have no power, no freedom.
bad.
So which do you choose?
I choose to
give
go
me
and
liberty or give me death. I'll take death.
relight
Because in
my
my
Honestly,
opinion,
citizenship in
that's not
Guatemala.
liberty.
I honestly have mad respect for your stance. I don't know where I stand yet.
It
like,
is a pretty
if my
hard
kids are
question.
grown at that point, they can make their choice on how to interact with that in their country. But I'm not doing that.
I feel you.
crazy.
I hope
we need
that
more
my
people
kids
like you that are
understand that.
honorable like that actually call out.
I'd
Yeah.
Bad
rather
ethics,
die.
you know.
I'm sorry. I would.
I wish that
I'll
I would
stand on
rather
that.
die. I wish that I was
Yeah.
that. What's the word?
Committed?
Not committed. It's a Christ-like attribute. One of them.
Courage? Integrity?
Integrity.
I wish I was
Yeah.
that integrity.
Integritous.
That integris.
Yeah.
English is weird.
I wish I was that integrated like you are. And you know what I mean?
We know what you mean.
Yeah. We need more people like you that'll actually, have
It's
the guts
bad.
to be a good person.
I agree.
I'm already frustrated. I think that the way in which AI is being integrated is getting to the point where it's starting to be very unconstitutional. And I think our government needs to step in and say there's so many issues within our country that need to be addressed, and they're not being addressed.
We need to wipe out other people's AI so that nobody gets AI. And I'm being dead serious. That's partly what Trump did with the whole Venezuela thing, which is a whole
That's a whole
thing.
other issue we
It's a whole
don't
other
need to
thing.
get into.
Yeah.
But yeah,
that's a little piece of it too.
No,
I think we need to
just-
wipe out all their AI. as well.
Americans need to sit down with themselves and really think about it.
We need to have a conversation.
People aren't just sitting with themselves and really thinking about it. And if I could get one thing through to people with that, I'd say, please just really think about one. How did AI enter your life? If you can't remember how, stop using it, because that's concerning. If you did not fully and consciously decide to use AI, stop using it immediately and actually think about it. And two, think about how it's going to affect your future. Think about how it's going to affect America and our children. And if you have huge concerns, I'm not one to say boycott things, but boycott AI until we get it figured out.
I'm cool with that.
It's and that's why I don't use it at all in my personal life. And the minute I can stop using it in a job, I will, because we haven't figured it out, and until we figure it out, I refuse to touch it.
See, and that's really important too, is practicing what you're preaching. It's
Yeah.
not just the
Yes.
saying it. If that's what you believe,
There's so many people
then do it.
who are against AI art, but they still use ChatGPT to help with their schoolwork.
Right.
And I'm like,
Can't do it both ways.
if you really truly believe it's bad, you got to stop just using it at all.
Like I said, AI, you cannot be in the middle. It's either everything or it's nothing.
Yeah, you have
That's
to think about it.
and it will happen at that on the macro. You will have nations that are completely agrarian. They're just going to be farming. They're just going to live off the land, and they're
That's
not
where
going
I
to.
want to be.
I know that sounds really
Take
nice.
me there.
It's
Take
just
me
going to be
there.
agrarian, and they're not going to have AI, or at least it's going to be very, very
Take
minimal.
me there. It's
and,
pathetic.
and you're going to have
It's-
nations that will lord over those
It's
nations.
pathetic that we have billionaires making a program that can create fake imagery that's stealing stuff from actual artists instead of funding art for the community.
The first
Why
copyright.
is that what we're doing with our money?
The first copyright lawsuits from AI copying. I'm forgetting Black Widow.
Yeah.
Forget her name.
Yeah.
Scarlett Johansson.
There's so many
Copying
identity
her,
fraud is gonna
yeah.
you have to just sit and really think about all of it, even if it feels dystopian. Because I'm sorry, we're already there.
Yeah.
We're already in a dystopia, pretty much. You just sit, really, really, really think about it, and you have to consciously choose it. If you haven't consciously chosen it to use it and integrate it into your life, stop right now and actually think about it.
You're wielding the most dangerous gun that's ever been invented.
Yes, yeah. We most people take a gun safety class before they use a gun, and part of what made me concerned about AI is I did not remember the first time I used it and how I got introduced to it.
It was forced on you.
It just all of a sudden was there,
Mm-hmm.
and I was using it, and I was like, wait, I'm a conscious being. I should be choosing this consciously, and I didn't. This is an issue. And that's when I started looking into it and researching it, and I was like, not for me. Not
Amen.
until we figure it out.
Yep. Consciously use it if you're going to, and if you're not going to, hey, props to you.
Delete the app.
Yeah. Yeah. So I've loved this conversation. Hopefully you guys also enjoyed it and you got
Very
some
effective.
information out of it. If you didn't,
This was
you weren't
fun.
paying attention.
Yeah.
This
you're silly pants.
Everyone needs. I'd say share this with your friends and family. Everyone needs to hear this conversation. Everyone needs to know about what this is.
It's more than politics.
It is.
It's more than just politics. It's more than just education. This is about our moral responsibility as humans to protect our ability to pursue fulfillment.
Yeah, liberty is literally.
And if you haven't thought about it that deeply, stop using AI and think about it that deeply, because there's going to be things you think of that are important.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And with that, we pass it to Devin to close the episode.
Have a great night, guys. Be careful with AI, and let us know what you thought of this episode.